so clever. Now you must sever, breaking the girl. And he loves no one else. Twisting and turning, your feelings are burning, you're breaking the girl. She meant you no harm. You think you're so clever, now you must sever, you're breaking the girl. He loves something like that. Okay.
I never even heard of those guys until you told me about this song. So,
And they're an old band.
no, Peter, Paul, and Mary's an old band.
Yeah. Yeah, those are ancient. That's an ancient band. Okay, I'm gonna do a song here. I've actually been recording this with a friend of mine, Madeline Herdeman. She's a cellist and singer. And I've been mixing this, so this has been in my brain. And I usually use a cheat sheet to the words, so I'm gonna try it, go without the cheat sheet on this one for today. It's a peace song. I've done it here before a while back, but we're recording it now, so it's all fancy. And that'll be released in a month or two, who knows. We got 5 songs we're doing. I believe everyone is special, and I believe in a higher plane. But here we are all equal, and our hearts are all the same. And I believe that in this moment we can be part of the change that brings us all together now. And love is why we came here to pray, and here we'll stay until everyone is free and we rise to a better day. Here we'll pray in our own way that peace shall be made, so the children can play. Let us pray. Now I believe everyone is different, but I hope everyone believes that we understand these differences are not in our hopes and dreams. And we all reach for our survival when we become those stormy days. And we all share the dreams of happiness in a million different ways. So we dream and we pray till everyone is free and we rise to a better day. Here we'll pray in our own way that peace shall be made, so the children can play and the world will be saved. Let us pray. Do you believe there is a heaven, or believe that here on earth we are left to become another one, or we leave for the spirit world? But in the here and now we're all equal, and our hearts are all the same. And now we're all together, and love is why we came here to pray. And here we'll stay until everyone is free, and we rise to a better day. Here we'll pray in our own way, that peace shall be made, so the children can play, and the world will be saved when peace is made, and the children play. Let us pray. Let us pray. And I believe. Let us pray. And I believe. I believe. Let us pray. Let us pray. I believe. Thank you very much. Look for that.
Mark Deuce there. We got Ray Wyatt, I believe, coming up.
Don't forget, come out and see Thunderbolts Saturday. Me and Wayne and an all-star band.
With the short people. Good evening. I'm Ray Wyatt. Wayne is going to join me. I'm sure he gets tired of walking back and forth. My grandfather used to sleep in the garage, smoke cigarettes. He'd sleep on an army cot because my grandmother wouldn't allow him to smoke in the house. He also was missing one of his thumbs. He lost it in an oil field accident, so he says. If these hands could talk, stories they could tell. If these scars could only speak, they'd ring out like a bell. I'm reaching up for heaven, and I'm sliding down in hell. If these hands could talk, then you would know me well. See this ugly crooked thumb, I got it from my wife. She caught me in the kitchen with a rusty carving knife. I begged her not to use it, but then you know what they say. Kids and angry women never listen anyway. I was working up in Alaska, digging there for gold. Gorgeous was her beauty, but then savage was her cold. I took too many chances in the winters in her hills. Lost that little finger to the frostbite from her chills. If these hands could talk, the stories they could tell. If these scars could only speak, they'd ring out like a bell. I'm reaching up for heaven, and I'm sliding down in hell. If these hands could talk, then you would know me well. I got these busted knuckles in an angry barroom fight. I was passing through in Galveston when I got into a fight. See, I admired a waitress who was much admired before. I lost a tooth and both my boots just running out the door. I was slinging chains and drill pipe on a rig out in the Gulf when a cable snapped and snagged my hand and damn near tore it off. They gave me 90 stitches, but not a drop of Novocaine. Cried myself to sleep that night, just dying from the pain. If these hands could talk, the stories they could tell. If these scars could only speak, they'd ring out like a bell. Man, I'm reaching up for heaven, and I'm crying down into hell. If these hands could talk, then you would know me well. I was headed back to Houston, try to settle down, when I met a timeless beauty on the better side of town. She swore to me she loved me, but she sent me on my way. That's the wound that hurts the most until my dying day. You see these ugly black spots on the back here of my hand. The doctor said it's fatal, at least that's what I understand. Just give me back my last 10 years and let me try again. I promise I won't waste it, just throw me to the wind. If these hands could talk, the stories they could tell. If these scars could only speak, they'd ring out like a bell. Man, I'm reaching up for heaven, and I'm crying down in hell. If these hands could talk, then you might know me well. trying to think of what I'm going to do next year. I wrote them down this time. It always helps. I've got oyster shells up to my shoulders, and my gumboots are filled up with mud. I'll dig and I'll shuck, I'll make an oyster man's buck, because I've got the oyster man's blood. When I was no more than a baby, Pappy took me on his knee. He said, to make a good living with the life that you're given, an oyster man you ought to be. So I learned to sail on the ocean, and I learned to fish in the bay. An oyster may sing, but the lobster is king, and I'm not an oyster today. I've got oyster shells up to my shoulders, and gumboots are filled up with mud. I'll dig and I'll shuck, earn an oyster man's buck, 'cause I've got the oyster man's blood. Now you may grow crops in the valley, and you may cut timber from trees, but give me salt air and the wind in my hair, for an oyster man I'd rather be. I've got oyster shells up to my shoulders, and my gumboots are filled up with mud. I'll dig and I'll shuck, earn an oyster man's buck, because I've got the oyster man's blood. That's new, or it's real old but new, you know? Well, anyway, I like to write stories that could be true. Might have happened. Wow.
You know, if you turn them around, they work better.
You think?
I think. That's how they're meant to be.
I learn something every time I come here. It's rattling now. Better. My name is Sam McClanahan from San Antonio. The sorry tale I have to tell will get your daycare going. I have to say just what it made. I tried my very best. How I ended up this way, I will alone confess. I used to own a working farm with cattle, corn, and hay. Tucked the hand with my own hand until the very day they stole it from my family for money that I owed. They sold off every acre, they threw us in the road. Sing me a lullaby, my darling. Sing me a lullaby. took to robbing travelers in cattle camps out west. They put biscuits on the table and kept whiskey on my breath. I shot a man in Monahans, he died there in the sand. Ranger put a price on me, and like a fool I ran. For 7 months and 7 days I pulled the ranger's tail. He cornered me in Abilene, he put me in a cell. That angry jury passed the word, and guilty I became. Hang 'em high, I heard 'em cry, they shouted out my name. Tired of staring at these walls, you heard what I said. Life behind these prison bars, I'd better be off dead. Warden, please, oh warden, won't you open up my cell? Feed me steak and caviar and ring a hangman's bell. Sing me a lullaby, my darling. Sing me a lullaby goodbye. Sing me a lullaby, my darling. Bury me, but honey, don't you cry. Bury me, but honey, don't you cry.
Ray Wyatt there.
That's
I'm not
Mr.
sure who's next.
That's Mr. Wayne Wilkerson there.
You?
Randy.
Randy, okay.
He's on his way up. Thank you, Wayne. That's Wayne Wilkerson. He helps us out here. Does a fantastic job. And he doesn't get paid enough to put up with us. Come on up. I can't leave you.
To get a $5 raise.
How's that? All right. I'm going to do some original songs. And this one's called Texas, Your Home. Fishing down in Rockport, every day's a catch. The evenings we go to the boiling pot, crack crabs are steaming hot. But take me into Corpus, Texas Emerald by the bay. Let me hear Salina or Robert Earl Keen play. When I'm in Galveston, fishing by the pier, drinking Falstaff beer, wishing you were here. Run into old George Mitchell on a New Year's Day. When I'd see him, I'd tell him, hey, Texas, you are home. How my heart has grown for my friends and places that I know. Christmas takes me to Bernie, where the lights trim so bright. Breakfast at Mi Tierra, followed by Santone night. Down on the Riverwalk, well, there's Hal at the Moon. Sundays we go to Lukenbach, can't get there too soon. Texas, you are home. How my heart has grown for my friends and places that I know. Well, you can't forget about Austin, the Driscoll Hotel, home of Jerry Jeff's birthday bash. Mix of Texas tradition and Texas trash. Talking of trash, stow it, don't throw it. We love our Texas highways. Well, now the year is 72, and Austin's a music city scene. Down at Castle Creek, there's Jimmy Buffett. Willis Allen's coming next week. And over at the Armadillo, there's BB and Lucille. Showcase for Waylon and Willie, home of Asleep at the Wheel. Texas, you are home. How my heart has grown for my friends and places that I know. Well, you better make way for some brand new Texas faces. People are going places. Well, there's Pat Green, Bruce and Charlie, Natalie, Emily, and Marty, Roger C., Radney Foster, San Antonio, Stephanie. Treasure Texas talent, treasure Texas too. I say treasure Texas talent, you know we love you. Thank you. I think this thing's crawling down on me. Okay, so this next one's about relationships and how you're always wondering, what in the heck? Please tell me, Maria, what were you thinking? Tell me, Maria, what were you thinking? Were you thinking that I'd leave you for another? Oh, tell me, Maria, what were you thinking? Well, Maria, our love has never been broken, and our love has never been unspoken. Well, it comes and it goes, it rises and it falls. Yeah, our love is all that we know. leave here on Wednesday. Going down to Costa Rica. If I could see you before I go, well, I like that, you know. It seems it's all just been a simple misunderstanding. Maybe that's going to do it. So let's see. Then there's the instrumental. Okay, so anyway. So he's got to go to Costa Rica. So. Well, Maria, that Tamburina weather sure treats me fine. Whatever works out, well, I wish you well. 'Cause in matters of love, you never can tell. Tell me, Maria, what were you thinking? Tell me, Maria, what were you thinking? Were you thinking our love was forsaken? Were you thinking our love was mistaken? Oh, tell me, Maria, what were you thinking? Well, the song raised so many questions. Everyone wanted to know, what was Maria thinking? So I went back with the pen and paper, and I wrote one more verse. And I gave Maria a voice. And it goes like this. Well, as a waitress in a small cafe, I meet handsome men every single day. And darling, it pains me to say, well, I just don't remember things the same way. But if you give me your name and your number, maybe we can hook up. Had a little trouble with the mic. Before the bride had left the church, and all the bridesmaids' dresses were back in the boxes. He asked himself, when did she know? Seems like only yesterday she brought him around. Well, it's her choice, you know. Clearly she loves that man. If only he had told her. If only he had had a plan. My child, you will always be my child. Yesterday, you were just a baby. Today, you're a beautiful lady. You and your child will have this day. Your life will come full circle. You will always be my child. You will always be my child. My child. Yesterday, you were just a baby. Today, you're a beautiful lady. You and your child will have this day. Your life will come full circle. My child, you will always be my child. Always. Thank you. My name's Randy McClendon. Thank you.
That's good. Thank you. Okay, try that. Too many things to maneuver. That sounds good. I think. Hello. I'm Susan Elliott. Wayne's going to play with me too. Wayne is the hardest working man in Houston. And he's been here 47 years. We're going to do your favorite song first. Long Night's Moon.
Okay. Let's get lost in that middle part.
Goes to F.
And then what? G, right?
Yeah, and then C. I'm going to play the first song off of my first solo CD. I always say that, hoping there will be a second. I did release a record right before everything shut down 4 years ago, and then I didn't play very much until recently. Everything old is new again. This is called Long Night's Moon. I'd been waiting for the long night's moon. I promised we'd be done with this long year soon. But overhead a silvery sea seemed as nebulous as what will be. Then for a moment all the clouds blew by, and in the center of the vast gray sky there appeared that sphere of heavenly light, shining down upon this Christmas night. Long night's moon, peering out through the haze, a warm and welcome beam, harbinger of brighter days. Let these trials find their end as our fortunes resume, and new dreams take flight in the graceful light of the long night's moon. It was summer when the landscape changed. The plans we'd made all hastily rearranged. We traded tours in concert halls for waiting and exam room walls. And though I pondered what it's all been for, the only thing of which I feel quite sure is that no matter where the journey ends, the world will never look the same again. Long night's moon, peering out through the haze, a warm and welcome beam, harbinger of brighter days. Let these trials find their end as our fortunes resume, and new dreams take flight in the graceful light of the long night's moon. How tightly we cling to things in the universe we know, afraid that we might lose ourselves if we let go. But out beyond the starry sky, in the dome familiar to our eye, are wonders we can't see and boundless possibility. Oh yeah. Looking round now at the fallen snow, the houses all lit up with the season's glow. I wish their incandescent cheer could illuminate the way we'll just have to have some faith instead, that love will guide us through what lies ahead. Because whatever course our fate commands, there's really very little in our hands. Long nights of moon peering out through the haze, a warm and welcome beam, harbinger of brighter days. Let these trials find their end as our fortunes resume, and new dreams take flight in the graceful light of the long night's moon. And new dreams take flight in the graceful light of the long night's moon. That was beautiful. No, it was really nice. Wayne played on the record. Wayne played on every song on the record. And, that was beautiful. Well, and I'm going to throw him a real wrench here. A monkey wrench.
I think this is it. Is it No Day at the Beach?
That's the one. We did this one time together a few weeks ago. He looked at me last week and said, I don't remember anything about that song now. This is a very strange little song, quite different from the last one. I went to a song circle a few months ago, and last summer, actually. I can't believe it's been about a year. And they do prompts, you know, where they give you a word or a phrase, and you're supposed to write a song using the word or the phrase. So about that time, I visit my mother every day. She's in a memory care facility, and I'm with her for part of every day. And around that time last year, she was kind of in this place where she was saying every day, she was saying, you know, Susan, growing old is not for the faint of heart. Which is true, for sure. I feel that way more and more every day. But she was saying it every single day. And so when we did this song circle, the prompt was a day at the beach. And all I could hear was my mother in my head saying, you know, Susan, growing old is no day at the beach. And I thought, okay, well, no, I don't play out there. So I said, okay, I'll write that. I'll write the contrarian version, the No Day at the Beach. And then I had this weird idea about Adam and Eve in the garden, and how if it hadn't been for that fateful day with the serpent, you know, they would still be young, and they would have been forever young and innocent in the garden, and we as their progeny would never have grown old and would be happy and blithely innocent and ignorant of all, you know, of all the bad in the world and frolicking naked somewhere perhaps, but it didn't work out that way. So this is my reimagining of the Adam and Eve story and the way it worked out for the rest of us. And since this was inspired by my mother and she's an actress, I thought that it should have some dramatic flair. So think of it as a song in 3 acts. Once upon a time the world was new, everything was lush and green. Neither Eve nor Adam had a clue, and the garden was a blissful scene. Frolicking together they'd have stayed that way forever, innocent and trim and tanned. But a pesky serpent foiled the scheme, and God had to revise the plan. It ain't no day at the beach, I'll tell you, ain't no walk in the park. Growing old is a gift we're told, but it's not for the faint of heart. That wisdom comes with age is little consolation when your body's falling apart. Oh, it ain't no day at the beach, I tell you, ain't no walk in the park. What's an angry God supposed to do when reckless children misbehave? To teach them that transgressing is not cool and the consequences can be grave. He considered the infraction and the proper course of action, the tough love that would be required. Now every generation pays its dues for the hijinks that inspired his ire. It ain't no day at the beach, I'll tell ya. Ain't no walk in the park. Growing old is a gift, we're told, but it's not for the faint of heart. That wisdom comes with age, just little consolation when your body's falling apart. Oh, it ain't no day at the beach, I'll tell ya. Ain't no walk in the park. Eve had failed to grasp the seismic woes her careless antics would unleash. For she was fit and not in need of clothes to hide the ravages beneath. Youth is wasted on the young, no doubt. An Irish playwright once opined. Just about the time we've worked things out, our anatomy is in decline. 'Twas a witty observation of our existential station, but tinged with sour grapes at heart. 'Cause you can bet the guy who penned that line had long since seen his youth depart. It ain't no day at the beach, I'll tell ya. Ain't no walk in the park. Growing old is a gift, we're told, but it's not for the faint of heart. That wisdom comes with age, just little consolation when your body's falling apart. Oh, it ain't no day at the beach, I'll tell ya. Ain't no walk in the park. It ain't no day at the beach, I tell you. Ooh. It ain't no walk in the park. Thank you. Just say thank you. Just say thank you. You're masterful, Wayne. That went well enough, so I'm going to be brave and do something else I never do. This was inspired by a friend of mine who was dating a widow. She'd been married for like 40 years and lost her husband. She had 4 kids and 8 grandchildren or something, and he was just overwhelmed by it and thought, this can't possibly work out. You know, she talks about him all the time. I said, she just lost him, you know, like, give her a little time. And he said, there can't be any room in there for me. And I just thought that's the silliest thing I've ever heard. So, you know, because no matter how stuffed a heart feels like it is, there's always more room in there for somebody else. And no matter how broken it is or how you think you've just given all of it away, there's always more in there. There's just always more in there. This is called the ever-expanding heart in F. The ever-expanding heart has infinite room to feel. Its physical size, a worldly disguise for the depth that its walls conceal, and clues to the mystery of its awesome capacity lie somewhere apart from science and art, the ever-expanding heart. Ever-impressive heart remembers the smallest things. Possessed of no ears, it ably hears, and voiceless it speaks and sings. It measures our words and deeds, it feeds, and carries the mark, intentions in heart, the ever-impressive heart. It summons at will these unique abilities to both identify and meet the more romance needs. It is the wellspring and singular reservoir that can't be exhausted and can always hold more. Ever-resilient heart has uncommon powers to heal. It suffers through aches, crushes and breaks, but still beats with resounding zeal. It counters adversity with supreme elasticity, then lowers its guard and opens unmarred. The ever-resilient heart, impressive heart, the ever-expanding heart. Good job, Wayne. Thank you. Wayne Wilkerson.
Susan Elliott there. We got,
Thank you so much.
We got Bob Simpson coming up. Oh, you know what? Go ahead. Do one more.
Thank you. This is the only other prompt I've ever written from. It was the month before. Should write to more prompts. You don't this. We did this one too. E flat. E flat. Yep. C. Then it goes F, A flat to G. You'll get it, baby. Okay, here we go. This is just a little tune about taking time to smell the roses, as it were. Maybe getting off the path that you know so well and looking for cool things somewhere else. It's called Take the Byway, baby. Highways were made for speed, the fastest route from A to B, with very little to impede the white line up ahead. But if you seek a different pace, a respite from the rat race, where life proceeds with far less haste, you might try this instead. Take the byway, baby, a little back road maybe, while away an hour while you smell some flowers, hear the birds singing in the trees. You never know what treasure or unexpected pleasure might await out yonder on a path less wandered or be carried on a breeze. In this age of run, don't walk, we're always up against the clock, seldom pausing to take stock of what we sacrifice. If you're longing to unwind, but captive to your sense of time and the superhighway of your mind, I offer this advice. Take the byway, baby, a little sidetrack maybe, while away an hour while you smell some flowers, hear the birds singing in the trees. You never know what treasure or unexpected pleasure might await out yonder on a path less wandered or be carried on a breeze. While we're hyperventilating, a more peaceful world is waiting. So it seems to bear restating, there is another way. Hey, take the byway, baby. A little shady lane, maybe. While away an hour while you smell some flowers, hear the birds singing in the trees. You never know what treasure or unexpected pleasure might await out yonder on a path less wandered or be carried on a breeze, or be carried to you on a breeze. Thank you all very much. Thanks for listening.
Susan Elliott again. Now we have Bob Simpson.
Thank you. That was so much fun. You played so good. Very, very good tonight. You always sound good. You sound particularly good. Set here.
Hello, everybody. How about Susan Elliott? Man, she awesome or what? Yeah, really, really. She's not as good looking as me, but that's right. Thank you. There you go. Is that better? All right. So this first song I'm going to play tonight, I wrote for Garth Brooks. He just doesn't know it. Will you tell him when you're hanging out with him? I know it. How come?
That's the volume.
Right there, I know I have it all the way up. Is it me? Oh, there. It's not, or I'm not?
You're not.
She walked up to him, asked him if he'd like to dance. He told her he didn't know how. She grabbed him by the hand, drug him on the dance floor. She said, cowboy, there's no better time to learn than right now. And they danced all night long to every song, as long as the band kept playing. Yeah, they danced all night long to every song, as long as the band kept playing. The band took a break, and so did they. Walked back to the table to talk till they ran out of things to say. When the music started again, she grabbed his hand. She said, come on, cowboy, let's go dance. And they danced all night long to every song, as long as the band kept playing. Yeah, they danced all night long to every song, as long as the band kept playing. Getting late, the band said this was their last song. They both wanted tonight to keep going on. He told her he liked her and wanted to see her again. She kissed him and said, cowboy, next weekend. And they'll dance all night long to every song, even after the band quits playing. Yeah, they'll dance all night long to every song, even after the band quits playing. Oh, they'll dance all night long to every song, even after the band quits playing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. So this song I wrote, and a friend of mine I played it for her, and she said, oh my God, that's a good song. And I'm thinking, well, it's not that good. And so my wife, who is my biggest critic, she hates everything I play. I played it for her, and she turned to me and she looks, she goes, that's a good song. So anyway, I hope you all enjoy this. It's called, I don't know what it's called. Coffee's brewing, I'm getting ready for work. Left you lying there all alone. Didn't want to crawl out of that bed. You were keeping me so warm. You make it so easy to keep on loving you. You make it so easy to keep on loving you. I walk back in the bedroom to tell you goodbye. You say I love you, but you barely open your eyes. I reach down to kiss you right on the cheek. Say I love you too, and how much you mean to me. You make it so easy. Keep on loving you. make it so easy. Keep on loving you. Give it up for Wayne, guys. Really. He's learning. I've been working with him. A couple more lessons, all right? Had a long day and I'm headed home. I'm glad you'll be there. I never like being alone. See your smile, feel your loving touch. I know why I just love you so much. You make it so easy. Keep on loving you. You make it so easy. Keep on loving you. You make it so easy. Keep on loving you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks a lot. All right. All right, ladies, I want you to control yourself. I know everybody's madly in love with Wayne. I am. So please, just control yourselves. Don't rush up to the stage with this song, because it really shows his superior talent as a sex symbol, that monkey duck.
What's that?
Well, I like the way you talk, all those things you'll say. The way you walk and those hips of yours sway. The way you smile, the way you kiss. You gotta know why I feel like this. I'm gonna pick you up, spin you round. You won't know if you're up or down. Better hold on tight, I'm taking you for a ride. You better hold on tight, I'm taking you for a ride. We can go anywhere you wanna go. North, south, east or west, however that wind may blow. We can do anything you wanna do. Don't you know, babe, I like to do those things too. I'm gonna pick you up, spin you round. You won't know if you're up or down. Better hold on tight, I'm taking you for a ride. Yeah, you better hold on tight, I'm taking you for a ride. how women are. They always got to get their 2 cents in. My has to get in a quarter. She says, hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Don't you know I got some feelings of my own? We haven't even talked about them yet. She says, I'm gonna give you a night you won't forget. I'm gonna pick you up, spin you round. You won't know if you're up or down. Better hold on tight, I'm taking you for a ride. Yeah, you better hold on tight, I'm taking you for a ride. I'm gonna pick you up, spin you round. You won't know if you're up or down. Better hold on tight, I'm taking you for a ride. Yeah, you better hold on tight. I'm taking you, all right, for a ride. Thank you, everybody. One more, play one more. Thanks, Ray. One less. I love it. Thank you. Appreciate y'all listening. Thank you very much. Really nice of y'all. Wayne Wilkerson, y'all give it up for him, man. He's just awesome. Thank you, Wayne. Really appreciate you, man. Thank you. Unplug me? All right. Isn't this awesome? Great place to listen to music. Great place to play. Food's good. The bartender's terrible. Where's Clint? All right. Am I okay, Wayne? Hey, just serve me a cold beer, okay?
Hey, look at that, guys. Give it going for Bob, everybody. It's amazing. That was it's the reason we come out, just to see it. So, yeah, this is stand-up comedy, so not nearly as fun as being a talented musician. But it's great to be here. I'm happy to be here. We just had a tornado. You guys have a good tornado? Or tornado. I don't know where y'all are from. The tornado, we lost power for 4 days. I realized that I'm not ready for the apocalypse at all. We lost power for 4 days. I ate all of our snacks on day 1. My wife was like, where's the jerky? I was like, you don't live here anymore. Okay, you don't live here. We had a scary moment before the tornado. We thought we had someone break into our house. You learn a lot about yourself when that happens. I learned I'm not brave at all. I thought I was brave. I thought if someone broke in, I would like transform into a Navy SEAL. And no Navy SEAL activities took place. I urinated a little bit. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough to know I'm not going to defend my family properly. You know, I don't know what to do if someone breaks in. I don't have a gun, and I'm not going to get a gun either. I think if I get a gun, I'm going to use it too much. I'm not going to shoot anybody, but I'll show it a lot. You know, like if they put pickles on my sandwich at Chick-fil-A, I think that's hilarious. That's so funny. Why don't you make a new one? Okay, why don't you make a new one? Don't take them off. Make a new one, please. Make a new one. Cool. That's supposed to get a laugh. That's fun. I'm a married man. Very fun being married. You guys married here tonight? Nice. You're excited about it. That's good. Marriage is awesome. Marriage is awesome. It's up there. Marriage is up there. It's right underneath being single. Just super fun. I love it. Me and my wife are trying to budget right now. We're trying to save money. Budgeting's not fun. I hate budgeting. You guys budget here? I feel like y'all are a budgeting crowd. This is what people that like to budget, they tell you. They say, think about the future. And then I think about the future, and that makes me want to spend money more, you know? Like, I don't want to be on a beach in my 60s. I want Uber Eats in my 20s, okay? That's what I want. But we're doing it. We're following Dave Ramsey. I hate Dave with all my heart. I hate him. What a good spokesperson, though, for not having fun. I've never seen him smile once. I follow him on Instagram, and every post is like, oh, you got queso at dinner? Now your kids can't go to college. I hope that was worth it. Like, thanks, Dave. It was worth it. It was great stuff. So we're doing some stuff to save money. We just switched to Xfinity Mobile to save money, and not a lot of people know that Xfinity does mobile, and honestly, I don't think they know it either. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. You go into their store, they tell you they use Verizon's towers. I'm like, have you guys talked to Verizon about this yet? Because it feels like we have 0 towers right now. That's what it feels like. Can't make a phone call. Everything's so expensive, though. Everything's so expensive. It's just so pricey. Like, babysitting changed. We interviewed a babysitter the other day. We asked her what her rate was. She said $35 an hour. I was like, no, not your welding rate, just your babysitting rate, ma'am. She's like, no, babysitting. I was like, you're not adopting my son, okay? You're watching him for 2 hours while we try to save our marriage, all right? Can you do that for us, please? That's what I'd like to happen. That'd be great. I'm from a big family. I'm one of 7 children. Isn't that too many? That's too many. It's way too many kids. We set my parents down after 5. We're like, look, we're running out of food. Okay, we're running out of food. They're like, you don't want a little brother? We're like, what's he going to eat? Okay, it can't be milk forever. All right. Big family, you're constantly trying to get attention from your parents. Every day is tryouts. You're just like, look at me, love me, Mom, love me. You did whatever you could to get attention in the big family. Like my older brother has epilepsy, and it was unconventional, but it worked. It worked. He got a lot of attention from it. He got a lot. We were jealous. I'm going to be honest. I faked a couple seizures in my day. I was like, Mom, hug me. Just trying. We cured it. We cured his epilepsy. He went gluten-free. He went gluten-free, and it cured it, which is crazy. I was gluten-free like 15 years ago, before it was like a thing. And that was a really tough time to go gluten-free. And we were really happy that he cured it. But a lot of times I was like, man, I would trade a seizure for some pasta right now. I really would. Could go for that. I was the middle child in the big family. Middle child, so my parents don't even remember me. Every time I see them, I have to reintroduce myself. I'm like, hey, I'm Mason. They're like, you one of the kids' friends? I'm like, no, I came out of her, actually. I came out of her. It's pretty fun. So I tried being the bad kid for attention. I tried being bad. That didn't work. I remember one time I came home from school. I was like, I'm smoking cigarettes. I've got these cigarettes. They're good. My dad was like, what are you doing? Don't smoke inside. Go outside to smoke. Okay, go outside. I was like, can I have a hug? He's like, no, you smell like smoke. Okay, you smell like smoke. So my sister has 9 children. 9 children. Isn't that crazy? There's not a fun way to say that. I never say she has 9 kids and someone goes, aw. They always go, aw, she needs to get fixed. Okay, she needs fixed. She's not parenting them great because you can't parent 9 kids. You cannot parent 9 kids. I'll be there in a second. Got that's my phone. You can't parent 9 kids. I know you can't parent 9 kids because last Christmas one of her kids bit me. And I went up to her. I go, hey, one of your kids bit me. And she goes, yeah, that one bites. I go, what do you mean that one bites? She goes, I would avoid her because she bites a lot. I was like, you're not going to punish her? She goes, you trying to get bit harder next time? I was like, all right, I guess that's a good point, sis. I guess that's a good point. It's crazy. I stayed at a friend's house recently. You guys, this looks like a big sleepover crowd here. You guys are still doing that was a lot. Yeah, sleepover. Okay. I stayed at a friend's house, and they always tell you at a friend's house to make yourself at home, and it's so difficult to do that because you ever try getting a glass of water in the middle of the night? It feels like you're robbing a bank. It's so scary getting a glass of water. You can never find the cups. I looked through their whole house. I'm like, they don't have cups. I looked underneath the oven. I was like, maybe they have oven cups here. I don't know. I couldn't find any cups, so I finally settled on a wine glass. And I was like, all right, I'll just use this wine glass. I go to the fridge. I'm being so quiet. I'm the thirstiest I've ever been in my entire life. And I hit the fridge, I hit the lever, and someone left it in ice mode. So now the whole neighborhood's awake. And they're like, what's going on? The lights are popping on. We heard an avalanche. What's going on in here? Trying to steal? I was like, no, I'm not trying to steal. So I think the most humiliating thing about staying at a friend's house is trying to use their microwave. Have you guys tried using an away microwave before? Is there anything more depressing than that? If you're feeling good about your life, go try to use somebody else's microwave. You'll be like, it's not going that good. Microwaves are so confusing. It's so confusing. It's gotten so bad, I just convinced my friends I like cold food. They're like, you sure you don't want to heat up your chili? I'm like, no, I've always liked cold chili. Ever since I was a little boy, I love cold chili. I was at a buddy's house recently. I couldn't figure out his microwave. I just made the noise myself. I was like, I did that for a full minute. My buddy was like, everything okay in there? I was like, yeah, it's okay. Cool. All right. Well, this is pretty fun. It's always fun to end on no laughter whatsoever. But That's why we do it, baby. It's the Mucky Duck, the gift that keeps on giving. 2 people didn't even know I did stand up tonight. Tried my hardest, guys. Thank you so much. All right, give it up for your next comic. He's a very good friend of mine. Everybody make it loud for Encore Sing, everybody.
What's up, you guys? How we doing tonight? Doing okay? Hell yeah. It's awesome. Thank you guys for coming out and paying attention to us, even though we're not half as talented as everyone else before. I'm 24. I have a mom who's older than me. She's 55, and she wants my kids. She wants me to have kids. She wants to be a grandmother. Just we're on the same page. And the thing is, I'm not ready to be a dad. Like, I still have a vape addiction. I don't think I should be instilling values and morality into the next generation. You know, I don't think I should be a good candidate for that. And I'm not ready to be a dad at all. And the thing is, my mom's already a grandmother. My older sister has kids. I was like, hey, what about my sister? You already have 2 beautiful granddaughters. I have 2 nieces. What about them? She goes, well, those are your sister's kids. They belong to your sister's husband's family. They're not mine. They don't belong to me. I go, okay, I forgot it was 1867, and you wanted to sell my daughters for 12 acres and some farm animals. What are you talking about? I'm not ready to be a dad. She goes, you don't want me to be an old grandma, do you? I was like, yeah, grandmas are supposed to be old. You don't want my kids to say normal grandma things like, hey, this is my grandma. She bakes and she knits. She does normal grandmother things. Not, hey, this is my grandma. She can hear everything. And her blood pressure is 120/80. She's a very healthy woman. All right, that was cool. That was my first time doing that, so we'll stick with that. I have trouble dating. Every woman I meet tries changing me. You know that one Billy Joel song, I Love You Just the Way You Are? That song could be written by a woman, right? If a woman wrote that song, that would be called You Are My Project, and we'll see where this goes. Okay, cool. Awesome. I am Indian, surprise. My parents are immigrants. They were born in India, came here, had me. And my mom, she told me when she first got here, she felt super lonely because she didn't understand American feminist culture. So in order to fit in, she decided to become a single mother. That's what she did. I did grow up without a father, and I was talking to my buddy Jake about it. And he's like, dude, that sucks. You never had a chance to go hunting or fishing or snowboarding. I was like, dude, I don't know what race you think I am, but we don't do any of that. He goes, oh yeah, my bad, man. I meant sandboarding. I was like, oh, okay, you got a snowboard on, you sandboard, let's do this thing. It wasn't all bad though, growing up without a father, because I went back to school. They put me on free and reduced lunch, which was pretty cool, you know. They gave me free popcorn, shrimp, and chocolate milk as consolation to coming from a broken home. And I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I figured, hey, if my mom gets cancer, maybe I'll get to have a cookie as well and finally make a trip to the snack bar, I think. Okay, that was supposed to be funny too. A little too much, I think. I do have daddy issues, so naturally I attract women who also don't know how to be men. Like I never learned how to screw drive a hammer or hammer a screw or anything. And I attract women of the same caliber. I've only ever dated one woman who didn't have daddy issues. She had mommy issues, which is way, way worse. You know, because she couldn't do feminine things. Like she never learned how to iron the dishes or fold our dinner. She couldn't do feminine things that I needed in my household. And her and her father were super close. Her mother left them. And it made me really insecure because they would talk all the time. He'd buy her things, take her on vacations. And one day I was like, hey, I feel like you subconsciously might want to sleep with your father. She goes, yeah, no, my therapist told me that, and it's called the Oedipus complex. I go, okay, I was just hoping for a no. What? It's weird. She goes, besides, he's an amazing man. You know, any woman would be lucky to have him. I go, okay, is that why your mom left you guys? Because she felt so lucky, I don't think. she believes that way. I don't think she has the same train of thought. And she didn't like that. She proceeded to say really mean things. She goes, you know what, Unkar, you're an incel and you're a mama's boy. I was like, no, I'm an incel because I'm a mama's boy. There's a difference, okay? My therapist told me that, and it's called the Oedipus complex. Besides, my mom's an amazing woman, right? She knows how to fold the dishes and iron our dinner. You can learn a thing or two from her. She's the best. A lot of people tell me I look like a modern-day, historically accurate version of Jesus Christ. And by a lot of people, I mean only liberals. Only liberals tell me that. And I know they're liberal because they have blue hair and autism. Conservatives are like, no, he doesn't look like Jesus. He looks like Muhammad. I'm like, well, technically, in Islam, no one knows what Muhammad looks like, right? You can't draw him, you can't write him. There's no pictures, sculptures. No one knows what he looks like in Islam. They're like, all right, fine. You look like Osama. Are you happy now? I'm like, okay, I deserve that. You laughed a little too hard at that one. I'm worried about you, sir. I am 24 years old. I'm trying to become a better man. And it's difficult because I grew up in a household without a father figure. My dad, he actually coincidentally passed away on 9/11 22 years ago. Yes, laugh at that. It's so funny, isn't it? No, he did die on 9/11, which sucked because he was the best freaking pilot that we ever had. He was so good. All right, you guys, that's been my time. Wayne, do you want to bring up the next musical act? Or? Yep. All right, thank you guys.
My friends call me B. I do have a first and last name, but since we're all friends here. So I'm going to play 3 originals for y'all tonight. And I'd like to start off with a love song called Above the Clouds. Clouds, sights unseen, cascade of memory fades. Where I'm going or where I've been, listen a moment, then you'll go. The goes this, the goes that, but they don't really know. Above the clouds, there are blue skies above the clouds. Above the clouds, no dark skies above the clouds. Above the clouds, only blue skies above the clouds. Above the clouds, I'll float in your blue eyes above the clouds. Flight to a brand new life. Man, they leave behind for love you meant to find. Be my wife. My love, believe in me. Together we'll soar forevermore, as far as our eyes can see. Above the clouds, our blue skies above the clouds. Above the clouds, no dark skies above the clouds. Above the clouds, only blue skies beyond the clouds. Above the clouds, lost in your blue eyes above the clouds. Go alone, baby, you and me. So tell us this and tell us that. We're so free, yeah, we're so free. Go alone, just you and me. So tell us this and tell us that. We're so free, yeah, we're so free. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Get the first one out of the way. Put this over here. So the second song, I was inspired by a video when the Ukraine war started. About 3 months in, there was this video that kind of went viral. It was this teenager, maybe 14, 15 years old. I don't know if anybody saw it. But he sent a message to America thanking us for his support. And then he went over and played a guitar, Ukrainian-style guitar, Ukrainian traditional music. And it was just hauntingly beautiful. He was just and sad and brave at all the same time. And he was sitting in the ruins, this bombed-out ruins by himself, playing this guitar, and just beautiful. And I think it's important that artists, continue to voice to keep hope alive, and that the strength is just amazing. So the name of this song, and he was in a town which I discovered later. It's called Kharkiv, and now Russia, of course, is going back after that town. A couple of years in, and it's about 25 miles from the Russian border. So it's called Braveheart in Kharkiv. Bombs will not stop, nor the hunger or pain in the fog of the war. Play he must play. Know it's so deep, every chord so sincere. He plays on through in spite of the fear. Where's his family? Where's his God? Why on earth is this happening? Where's his family? Where's his God? Guitar baby sobs, guitar baby sobs. Play on, brave boy, know that art defeats war. Play on, brave boy, they triumph once more. Play on, brave boy, know that art defeats war. Play on, brave boy, they triumph once more. A child in the ruins. His song so profound, distilling his home and desecrating his ground. There's no need for words, the meaning is clear. The heartbreak is haunting, the world sheds a tear. Where's his family? Where's his God? Why on earth is this happening? Where's his family? Where's his God? Guitar baby song. Play on, brave boy, know that art defeats war. Play on, brave boy, be the fine once more. Play on, brave boy, know that art defeats war. Play on, brave boy, fine once more. destroy the churches, museums too, erase the culture, steal it from you, break the will of all who resist, remove all traces like you didn't exist. Brave as his heart, spirit unbroke, his song sings out loud, defiance we spoke. We may bend, but we'll never break. The essence within us, they cannot take, they cannot take, they cannot take. Pray on, brave boy, know that Arctic beach war. Pray on, brave boy, be defiant once more. Pray on, brave boy, know that Arctic beach war. Pray on, brave boy, defiant to the core. And the last one, if anybody's heard a podcast by Ryan Holiday, he talks about Stoics, and just it's a good thing to listen to. He's out of Austin, and he talks about Stoic philosophy a lot. And this one's called Best Man. Wish I knew now what I didn't know then. Nobody knows how or when. People come and people they go. All of you I've been blessed to know. Live each day like it's your last. Time ticks on so fast. So you roll and breathe indeed. This gift of life ain't ours to keep. Live each day like it's your last. Time ticks on so fast. Kids grow up and move away. What we really have is today. Your best to be your own best man. Do your best to be your own best man. Be kind and a helping hand. Do your best to be your own best man. Be yourself and be your own best man. Thank you. Thank you.